Melinda with COURANT magazine, and I'm here with Marwen El Hicheri, and we're about to ask him a few questions and see what he has to say. So, Marwen, you're originally from Tunisia, North Africa. Can you tell me how that played a part in influencing you as an artist?
It's really a big part of my life. I mean, being born and raised there until the age of 16, when I moved to France. It really played a big part of my life. I mean, you can see it in my paintings, shapes, colors, all of it. You know, the music is really playing a big part of who I am too.
How long would you say that you've been making art?
As far as I can remember, I think like most artists, I really started at a very young age. My first show, I think, was at the age of 18 when I was in France. I had a show in Nari, which is a little town about 40 miles away from Paris, south of Paris. And but it's really, as far as I can remember. I mean, in kindergarten, when I was 5 or 6, I had a couple of pieces hanging in the classroom. So I was a clown, I think.
You're a digital artist, you're a painter, you're a photographer. Would you say that you have a favorite medium?
Depend on the mood. Right now it's painting. It might change tomorrow.
Did you go to art school?
No, I went to architecture school in Paris, which was heavily focused on art. Had a lot of good art teachers, which was interesting for an architecture school. I also took classes with Martine Bourgel here in Durham. She's a sculptor, and I took classes with her to just learn a little bit more about the human form. And I didn't have time to pay. I didn't have money to pay for it at the time, so I used to vacuum after everybody left. Mm-hmm. That's how I paid for it.
That's dedication. Little Birdie told me that you have been writing a screenplay. Can we expect to see that?
A couple. The one that I'm really interested in shooting is K. It's just the letter K. And it's really a dark film noir with characters based on biblical personalities. It's really a search for absolute truth. As far as when you're going to see it in the movie theater, I have no idea. I really need to shoot it first.
We'll be on the lookout.
Exactly.
Where would you say you're finding ideas for your work these days?
Where do I find ideas for my work? They just come. I constantly sketching. I have probably about 20 or maybe more sketchbooks. Yeah, they just come and I just put them on canvas.
You mentioned biblical people earlier. I noticed that religion and women are really prevalent in your work. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, they are the two most powerful entities. Religion, all religions, they know they're powerful. Women don't. I know a little bit about religion. I think I know about women, but the more I know, the less I do, really. So I don't know much about either one of them.
Okay.
I just keep painting about it.
Do you ever use your art to approach a controversial topic?
I do. I am not a very good communicator, so that's what I paint, by the way. So when I have something to say, I just use art as a tool. It's just, I had people offended about a lot of different things. I mean, I don't do it on purpose. I just like to talk about things, and somebody's gonna get pissed anyway. So,
do you have any upcoming shows?
A lot of them, a lot of different shows, but you're gonna have to talk to my agents about that. I have no idea when and where.
We will be sure to spread the word.
All right.
What do you suppose is the purpose of art?
What's the purpose of life? It's pretty much the same thing. To me, it's pretty much the same thing. It's oxygen. I can't live without it.
Okay. Okay. If you had... What would you say is your biggest challenge as an artist?
it has nothing to do with art really. It's more of an economical thing. It's pricing my pieces. I think it's outrageous. Some of the pieces cost millions of dollars, or thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. I just like my pieces to be available to everyone, and I hope that if one day I'm making a lot of money from my artwork, I won't be pricing my pieces as high as some do.
Okay. So if you had the opportunity to change something about the art world, what would that be?
It's not having those pompous know-it-all morons, show-offs, whatever you want to call them, over-analyzers, roaming the galleries. I think they should get out and leave some space to real art lovers.
Okay. What's
Sorry if I offended anyone. But
what's the piece that you're most proud of?
I'm proud of all of them. I think the one that comes to mind right now is probably the one that I painted for my son. It's a cowboy. He asked me for it, so I painted for him.
What's the farthest away from home show that you've ever done?
Really depends what home is. North Africa or the US. Either way, it's the other side of the Atlantic, so it's pretty far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the last great book that you read?
Some poetry is from Pablo Neruda, off and on. I just have it by my bed. I haven't read a full book in about, I don't know, 5 or 6 months maybe. Didn't have a chance. A lot of painting.
That's okay. What's a piece of art that you wish you owned?
I haven't made it yet.
What's your favorite place to see art then?
Big empty spaces. Big blank walls with very few pieces of art. Just to appreciate the art itself. I don't like crowded walls. I really don't like crowded walls. So any big space with few pieces of art.
Minimalism. What's your biggest pet peeve?
People who say I'm bored. I just don't get it.
I say that all the time. To what would you attribute your drive as an artist?
The urge to create. I think it's an addiction. I cannot spend one day without creating something. I mean, even if I go to a restaurant, I'm just creating stuff with straws and napkins and things like that. So I don't know. It might be in my DNA. I can't help it.
What's your long-term goal as an artist?
Never lose that urge.
Okay. What would you say is your biggest honor?
I'm honored all the time. I mean, every time I have a show, every time somebody buys a piece from me, every time somebody have a comment, whether it's positive or negative, it's really an honor. I mean, people are interested, people are have a reaction to it, so it's constant honor to me. Being in a museum would be great, but not as big as an honor as it is today when I'm showing in a coffee shop or a gallery or whatever it is. I mean, indifference is a bitch, really.
Okay. So before we go, I hear that you have a new series in the works. You want to tell us about the title and maybe a little about the content?
Yes, been painting like a maniac. The working title of the series now is Energy Blast, or The Blast of Energy. I'm not sure what the title would be in the future when it comes out, and it's probably going to be in October. It's just a new vision, a lot of empty space,
Okay.
different things.
Well, we certainly look forward to seeing it. So it's been a pleasure talking with you today.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Oh, synchronize your watch, girl. We're on a tight schedule. I can't believe we got caught inside this love. Someone told me long ago, to love you gotta learn to let go, but that advice just don't